Paraguay is not the only Latin American country to be experiencing angst in the aftermath of its elections. Laura Carlsen's View from the Americas tonight highlights the political turmoil taking place in Mexico and what that may mean for other nations across the continent.
Weeks after Mexico's presidential elections, thousands of Mexicans are still in the streets protesting the outcome. Before the voting, students rose up against a return to power of the Institutional Revolutionary Party, or PRI, that ruled the country for more than 7 decades straight. They say if its candidate, Enrique Peña Nieto, takes office, it'll be a huge step backwards to a corrupt and authoritarian past. Peña Nieto is presumed the president-elect, pending a formal declaration on September 6th. Since the elections, evidence of alleged vote buying and other dirty tricks has surfaced, sparking more protests. Most recently, thousands of citizens formed a human blockade around the Televisa TV station, accusing the media giant of manipulating information and blatantly promoting Peña Nieto. Both the left and right opposition parties have registered legal challenges to the elections, and a new youth movement refuses to accept the apparent winner of the July 1st vote. The students have been joined by workers' unions that oppose the pro-business labor reforms planned, and citizens that oppose more privatization and cutbacks in social programs. They've also found natural allies in members of the political opposition, led by center-left candidate Andrés Manuel López Obrador. López Obrador came in second and has formally accused the Peña Nieto campaign of using prepaid bank cards to buy votes and launder money in the elections. The Conservative Party of current President Felipe Calderón, which came in a distant third, is also claiming foul play. Mexico's protests echo bigger questions being raised throughout the Americas, where countries like Mexico, with fragile democracies, are facing new and old threats in their transitions. In Paraguay, the legislature ousted the elected president in a process that lasted just 2 days. Laws were unable to prevent powerful interests from overturning the popular will. Paraguay's so-called parliamentary coup revived fears of a return to dictatorships that arose with the military coup in Honduras in 2009. Are legal reforms enough to build real democracies? How do you guarantee a free vote? And what's the role of television? And can you control its growing influence over elections? Mexico's winning candidate reportedly won by over 3 million votes. But what if, as the opposition alleges, some 5 million votes were bought? In nations where half the population is poor, poverty is a risk factor to democracy. People will sell their vote just to eat. Where money and political clout are held by a handful of families at the top who control media and can buy off or manipulate millions, democracy becomes captive to de facto powers. The 18th century Enlightenment philosophers gave Western society the mistaken notion that history is progress. But it's not. Latin America's record shows that nations can flourish or be plunged into darkness in a matter of days. The march of time is no guarantee of progress. It's the conscious decision of the people and their ability to defend their rights that constitutes real democracy. For Americas Now, I'm Laura Carlsen.